Hello everyone, what's going on? My name is Dark Cinema and welcome to RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 4, Lighting the Fire. I apologize guys for the lateness and for my terrible voice right now. I am unfortunately coming over a cold right now, so naturally I don't sound as well as I used to. And again, real life obligations kept me from uploading this review yesterday. So anytime I'm not able to make the review up on Saturday, I'm going to upload it on Sunday. Though you should be expecting the next the Chapter 5 video this Saturday, as I believe my schedule will be clear to do that. But you guys don't want to hear about that. You guys want to hear my thoughts on this particular episode. So we finally got our first mini reunion of Team RWBY in this episode, and I will elaborate that when we get to that moment later. But very solid episode. I like that there was more of a focus on Yang this time, and we got to see a little bit more of the family dynamic. We got our first real conversation between Yang and Raven, and we also, again, we just had that little reunion, and we got to see a side of Weiss that I didn't think we would see. Of all the things I expected her to act when she would reunite with her team, this wasn't one of them. So, we open up the episode with Yang and I'm gonna say the Bronwyn tribe Drifter. I call him the Drifter for some reason, but they're riding on the motorcycle to the location of Raven and her tribe. But it's very clear from the get-go that whoever this Drifter guy is, he doesn't have good intentions in mind, especially when it comes to Yang. So they end up pulling over in a clearing where he tells her to stay put while he goes on and lets him know that she's coming. And of course, what would you expect? He comes with a whole bunch of Bronwyn tribe bandits attempting to beat some respect into Yang for, well, as payback for getting rid of the tooth. However, Yang's clearly knows what's going on. I really love the moment where she pulls the sunglasses down and she's like kind of looking at him like, really? Yeah, I know exactly what you're up to. And the fight, it wasn't too flashy in terms of Yang standards, but it did show what she was able to do and how far, how competent of a fighter she is now with the addition of her new arm. I also like the neat touch that there's a panel in the arm that shows off the gun barrel. That's pretty cool. So that'll show that she won't have her gauntlet on her robot arm, that it's pretty much built in to her new robotic limb. We then end up cutting to Team Ranger, who is working with Oscar / Ozpin on hand-to-hand combat, more specifically helping RWBY with hand-to-hand combat. We get to learn a little bit more about Aura and Semblance in this little exchange, as we get to see that this intense training has been very taxing, especially on Oscar's body. Not only because he's had to go through this intense training in a very short period of time, but he still doesn't know how to activate his aura, and he doesn't know his semblance, something that he and Jean have in common, and you can see that they're clearly trying to establish that the two of them have common ground there. Even though Ozpin is reassuring them that they have time and he will help them all. We get to learn how Nora unlocked her semblance of electricity strengthening her because she got struck by a lightning bolt. I love it. It just adds to that insanity that is Nora, and I absolutely 100% love this. Moving on to the next section, we have Yang being escorted by a very beaten up group of Bronwyn tribe bandits as she's brought into the actual camp to talk to her mother. While this is going on, obviously this is dragging a lot of attention, so pretty much everyone's coming to see this new girl. Weiss is left alone, so she summons her mini knight to start hacking away at the bars. It is during this time we really get the first conversation between Raven and Yang, and of course, at first, Raven's very happy to see Yang. I wouldn't say very happy, not ecstatic. She's proud that Yang actually came and sought her out and managed to find her. Of course, Yang burst her bubble and said that she didn't come here for Raven. She came here so that Raven can help her get to RWBY. And we learn that that we pretty much learn Raven's semblance here, which is probably one of the biggest shocks of the episode, is that Raven has a way to essentially mark people who are close to her, and she can create portals to them. That explains how she was able to vanish on the train during Volume 2. She has one for Tai Yang, she has one for Yang herself, and she has one for Crow. So she wants to use Raven to make a portal to Crow. Now, obviously, this doesn't make Mommy Dearest very happy, and she initially refuses, but when the bandits start to surround Yang, she pretty much sucker punches one of them and lands in the tent right in front of Weiss's cage. And there's that moment like, wait, what? What are you doing here? And they're both staring at each other. She goes, well, subtlety's out the window now. And the knight that Weiss has summoned grows in size, breaking her free of the cage and allowing the two of them to essentially stand back to back, surrounded by all the bandits. So now Weiss and Yang are trying to fill each other in on what happened, and it's actually quite humorous where Weiss is like, wait, your mom kidnapped me? And Yang's like, wait, you kidnapped her? And during this entire exchange, Weiss and Yang decide, okay, let's beat it and let's go. Before they're able to escape the camp, however, a lightning bolt hits right in front of them, obviously caused by the Spring Maiden, the one that Raven has in her possession. And Raven says, you know what, we all need to calm down here or else the camp's going to be swarming with Grimm, and nobody wins in that scenario. And orders the Spring Maiden to give Weiss her weapon back. And tells Yang and Weiss to get in her tent, to say, essentially, if you're going after RWBY, you need to know the truth of what's going on. Everyone seems to disperse, and right as Yang is about to say something to Weiss, we get a very touching moment where Weiss throws her arms around Yang and hugs her and basically says that she's missed them. She's missed them so much. And after everything that's happened, all of the bad shit that's happened among everyone since Volume 3's ending, it was very nice to see this reunion between the two, because you obviously see how much Weiss values their friendship. And just seeing this brought a smile to my face, and I'm very, very happy for this episode. And that was Chapter 4, Lighting the Fire, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief analysis. Again, I'm sick, so I couldn't go into too much detail of what's going on. But let me know, guys, what would you like to see me talk about? Would you like to see me talk about any of the particular characters, theorize about what could be coming with RWBY? Let me know in the comments below. Again, apologies, I am sick, and I will be actually going in for surgery within the next week and a half. So, wish me luck there, guys. I won't be able to move as much, but rest assured, I should still be able to give you guys a short rundown of the RWBY episode that week. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Take care, and I will see you later. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye, guys.